PFF and the Minnesota Fighting Vikings are frenemies. One day they'll hype up Justin Jefferson and then just leave him off the top 50 for no reason. They'll disregard Dalvin Cook because he's a running back, and PFF is quick to label Kirk Cousins as a garbage-ass time quarterback, which, it'd be what it be. They recently put out a fantasy projection for Kirk, Dalvin, Thielen, and Jefferson's yardage totals for 2021. Cousins checked in with 4,300 yards, Dalvin with 1,297 on the ground. Then Jefferson took a step back with 1,364, and Mankato State University Community College alumni Adam Thielen checked in with 1,093. Now, one thing stands out. They all seem low. Not because PFF is hating, but maybe that's a bit of a two, but also 17 games, man. You got an extra game to pad those stats. Woo! But Cousins with 4,300 yards would be the second highest in his career, highest as a Viking as well. His previous career high was 4,917 yards in 2016. And remember, not all passing yards are created equal, because they're like, oh, Kirk Cousins almost threw for 5,000 yards. Yeah, Washington went 8-7-1 that year. Not great. Dalvin, 1,297 would be his second highest in his career. Of course, last year, 1,557 was his highest. The first year that he actually had like some semblance of near full health. And Dalvin, when healthy, is the best running back in the game. No cap. Do not come after me at all. Jefferson taking a step back. Now, this could happen because the secret is out about Jefferson. It was out about halfway through last year. He is the Vikings wide receiver 1. He is going to get cornerback 1 attention. He is going to get doubled more. He's going to get schemed against. But him going down from 1,400, I mean, touchdowns could certainly go way up from 7 to 10, 12, 14, somewhere in there. Adam Jerome Thielen, his third 1,000-yard season. This would be 1,093 yards. This would be third in his career. Career high was 1,373 yards in 2018. He hasn't had a 1,000-yard season in the last 2 years. But with Jefferson taking more and more attention and teams rolling both cornerback 1s as well as coverage his way, 19 could eat, especially working out of the slot where he's working against slot cornerbacks or cornerback 2s. 19 could still get out there and cook. But yeah, 17 games. Yeah, I thought the numbers were pretty low. But if you think about it logically, if this team is going to be complete and they're going to be competitive in all 3 phases, you don't necessarily need video game numbers to compete. Quality over quantity. The defense should be back better, being a top 5 unit again, and with improved special teams, that will certainly help out field position. Ipso facto, shorter drives before you score. And remember, that was only yards, not touchdowns, so all the touchdown numbers could be way jacked up and yardage numbers down, right? B, the Vikings, if they are a better team in all 3 phases, could easily see themselves get a lead and then salt it away. Of course, Zimmer, that's his MO about everything, and they would throw less after they do build up a lead, preferably 14 as opposed to just 7 or 10. And then, yes, they'll probably use Kenny Nwangu as well as Alexander Madison to keep some of the mileage off of Dalvin Cook later in games when they're just trying to run out the clock. So just because the Big Four don't have major numbers doesn't mean that the Vikings won't go 13-4 or be very competitive in the NFC. In fact, if you told me that Kirk Cousins was projected for 5,000 yards, I would actually wager the Vikings would be below 500 just because chucking and ducking, trying to catch up in all these games where their asses behind and their asses in the jackpot, that would make more sense. Similar to Kirk Cousins in 2016 in Washington, because big passing yards could mean an efficient passing game, yes, but more often than not, you're in catch-up mode, and you're just getting volume stats on the back end of games that don't matter, because it could definitely be garbage. I mean, look at 2012 Megatron when he went off for 1,964 yards receiving, and Stafford almost had 5,000 yards. The Low Energy Lions were 4-12, right? So that did not translate to success. So even though these projections are low AF, Vikings offense could easily put up these numbers, still be a top 5 scoring offense, and win the division. And I would certainly be okay with that. Your thoughts on our thoughts. PFF fantasy projections for the Vikings Big Four. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.